All right. I think we are live. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. We have a surprise guest today. Let me make sure that my technology is working. Hello, everybody. Okay, there we go. So I am here with Gigi, and Gigi has been one of our superstar clients in Fit Moms Academy. If you've watched some of my trainings, you may have heard some of her story, but she was gracious enough today to come on and talk about some of the truths that have been revealed in her heart through going through Fit Moms Academy and by saying yes to getting her health in alignment. So I feel like she has a really, really important story to tell, and I want you to hear it and take notes of these truths that she's going to share. So, Gigi, can you just introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, hi, I'm Gigi. I'm 44 years old and I'm married. I have 3 kids. I have a 14-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 9-year-old now. She just had a birthday. So, and I'm a teacher. I love teaching students. I've been teaching for about 20 years. So yeah, that's who I am. We're busy with sports and school and work. So yeah.
Another busy mom who's making her health a priority, which is awesome. Okay, so talk us through what were your biggest frustrations with your health, your weight before we started working together?
Yeah, I just have like always struggled with my weight. Like in high school, I was very athletic and I played sports, so it's never like really an issue until like probably when I got married and started having kids. I just couldn't get the weight off anymore, and I was feeling frustrated and stuck. And I had tried everything. Like I feel like I've spent so much money on like trying to lose weight and different programs that I would try, and then it would just always, the weight would always come back. And I always just felt really hopeless and like frustrated and like not knowing what the next step was, but I knew I needed to change because I was just gaining more weight and just not happy. And I knew that wasn't what I was supposed to feel like. So I was just searching for something.
Yeah. And I hear that a lot. And if you guys are watching live, just give us a hashtag live or replay, hashtag replay. But I hear that a lot, that people feel like I am hopeless. Like this is just the thing that I'm going to have to carry around forever. So cool. So it's cool to hear that you have overcome that and made change. So what inspired you to say yes to Fit Moms Academy and making yourself a priority?
Yeah, I was like at that hopeless. I was like, there's nothing out there, and I was looking for something that like brought God into my weight loss journey. And so I came across Kelsey on Facebook, and I really liked what she had posted, and it like resonated with me. So then I kind of did a little bit more research, and I looked at her YouTube videos, and I was like, wow, I really like what she's saying. Like, I feel like this is something that I really need, and I that is something that's missing. But I was super scared, and I was like, I don't know, maybe it's another gimmick, maybe it's not going to work. And so what happened is I did that one-on-one call where you have like a free like session and you meet with Kelsey. And the minute that I talked to her, I knew like this is something that I really wanted to do. And so I made sure before I said yes that I was willing to do everything that I could. And so I said yes, and I'm just like so thankful that I did say yes to that. So, and then I started the program.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you bring up a good point too there. Like your success has come from your willingness to show up and be vulnerable and like go in,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Which I think is so key for us. So, okay. So talk us through then the transition. So what has changed for you? Kind of walk us through a little bit of your story.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, first of all, like I've lost like about 12 to 15 pounds, which is awesome. So I could fit into my jeans, and I started feeling like more confident on that level. That was just like one of the things though. Like I just realized like through our conversations with Kelsey and like Fit Moms Academy, like there's a couple things that I just felt like I like there's these things I didn't know that I was doing that came to like I realized, I'm like, oh, you really aren't moving that much. Like I think in my head, I always thought I was moving a lot, and I came to this realization, oh, you aren't moving. And so like when I started tracking my steps, at the beginning I was like doing like 6,000 steps, and now I'll like easily do 10,000 to 12,000 a day. And I remember my husband going, hey, like, why don't you go get that? Because I'd be like, hey, can you just go get me, a blanket or whatever? And he's like, why don't you go do that? And I'm like, no, and so I just realized movement, I really wasn't moving. And so, going up and down the stairs to the kids' rooms, and I don't know, just like I do more things now, like getting simple things that bring in steps and movement. So that was a big key for me. And like my kids, they play soccer. I used to just like watch them their whole practice, like an hour and a half. That's a long time. And now like I'm like, I could be walking the field, and that gives me so many steps. Like I could even walk 3 miles during their practice. I mean, that's a lot of time that I was just sitting around when I could have been, helping my body. So that was been key. Another thing was like just I had to feel like so much shame when it came to food, and I would like hide what I was doing. And Kelsey and Fit Moms Academy really provided like a safe place for me to be able to share and be vulnerable and like really tell the truth. And so I remember one time I was like, I just can't stop like snacking at night. And we went through a process where it helped me figure out like why I was snacking, and like there was like no shame in it. And that was really cool for me to like have. I feel like I've never had that before. So different things, and just maybe like even digging deeper of like why I would do those things, like that would sabotage my weight loss. And so just having a group and having Kelsey to talk to and through with those issues have really just bring a lot of aha moments for me to help me with my health journey. And I don't know, I've noticed like with my family, there's a lot of better habits. There's like our house before was like in chaos for dinner. And I kept on feeling so guilty because we would eat out so much. And just with Kelsey, I was able to like see, my schedule was so busy. I needed to be planning ahead of time. And like those weeks that I do plan our meals are just so much peace has come to our home. So like, I just love watching that. Like there's no more arguing like with my husband about what we're going to eat, or my kids, they know what they're going to eat. And so I just found the value of that, and knowing, what we're going to have. And I didn't realize that was such a big part of your health journey. So, I mean, I just was like, oh, we eat out all the time. I don't want that. And there's things that I can do to help us not eat out all the time.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
cool. Peace in your home through meal planning.
Yes, totally. Absolutely. Yeah.
I love what you said too, just about having a safe place to process and not have shame, because again, I think one of the enemy's tools is for us to keep our struggle in the dark, right? There's power in keeping your lies in the dark, but as you bring them to the light in a safe space, and you can say, oh, this is a lie, and I've been believing this about myself. And then you can transition that lie into the truth of what God says about you, or even just redefining the way that you think in really practical ways, like with the movement and how to meal plan and all that. So I love that you brought your struggle into the light, and that was really a catalyst of what your transition was, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I'm so thankful. I really have not found anything. Like I have family that could tell me these things, but I don't know if I was ready to receive it from them. So I'm like, this is what's so great about Kelsey and the group. I felt like, oh, I can share with you guys that. And I don't know, you brought truth too. It's great.
Yeah. And, one of the parts that I love about your story, Gigi, too, is how, as you said yes to your health, and that gave you more energy, how you unlocked some parts of your teaching.
Yeah.
Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, I just realized like as I started looking at food differently and noticing, is this food fueling my body? I felt like such a change in just my overall energy level. And when I was like, it's just the energy helped me be able to look at other things in my life, like as far as teaching, I had more energy to like plan my lessons. And that was so awesome to me because I'm like, oh, and also like the truths too, like what lies was I believing in like, as a teacher. So I just feel like everything just kind of spills over into every area of your life as I grew in Fit Moms Academy, knowing like the lies that I'm believing in my health journey. It was like the lies that I'm believing as a teacher. I was able to like work that through. And I just had some exciting times as far as teaching. I could just feel like I knew that God was in it and he was giving me like, I had more energy because I had chosen to eat healthier foods. So that was exciting. And I just remember having this aha moment with God going, oh, this is what I'm created to do. Like I had a lesson and it was just went awesome. It was so fun. And I just remember having this moment going, wow, this is what I'm created to do. And it all does all fit together because it was like I was able to do that lesson because I had more energy. So I just kind of had that realization like, if I don't have energy, I can't do everything that God's called me to do. And that would be like that lesson. So yeah. So I feel like this health journey is like so key.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the idea that God can unlock parts of your purpose by getting your vessel and getting your health into alignment. It's like so
Yeah.
cool. So
That was exciting.
I love that. Cool. So if somebody was contemplating, like, should I join Fit Moms Academy? Would you recommend it? And what would kind of be your take?
Yeah, I would recommend it. I think that one thing about this program is that it really helps you get to the root of the issues of your health journey. And like, it's taking a while for me, like to figure out those things that are holding me back.
Mhm.
But it's so key. And I just feel like this is a place where I've been able to recognize a lot of things that were holding me back from why I was unhealthy and why I would choose unhealthy habits. And so I just feel like digging deep into the truth is like so valuable. And that's, what this program does. It creates a like atmosphere where you can do that. So I just feel like I've tried so many other things and I know now that I have all the tools that I need to conquer this, like to really see health in my life and health in my family's life. I already see my kids making better choices. I didn't grow up this way. Like I lived in a very unhealthy, my mom made some choices that were unhealthy and I don't want that for my kids. So I'm excited to see that they won't have to struggle with the same things that I have had to struggle with.
Yeah. You've been such a cool example. And it's fun. Like Gigi posted pictures of your family doing a 5K together, right? And like doing
Yeah, we
activities.
did. Yeah, that
So
was fun. I was very inspired by another uh, group member. She's doing a triathlon, and I was like, I'm going to do a 5K. So I did,
yeah.
and it was really interesting though. Like when I did the 5K, all these like lies came to my head. I was like, I'm going to be last. I'm not going to finish. But then like the training that I've got, I'm like, that is such a lie. I'm gonna be fine. This is gonna be
Yeah.
okay. So it's like those lies kept trying to creep in, And so we did the 5K and looking forward to our next one. I haven't
Yeah.
signed this up yet, but I'm like, we got to do this again. And hopefully my 9-year-old, she's going to join us next time. Yeah.
Awesome. I love that. Okay. So if you had one piece of advice to give to somebody who feels that sense of hopelessness or feels stuck in their journey, what would that be?
I would just say, my advice is that you're not hopeless, that God has amazing plans for you. And the truth is that you can do it. And that, just being obedient to what God calls you to do is so important. So, like, if, He's telling you to do certain things, like whether it be like join Fit Moms Academy or He's telling you, go for that walk this evening, like just be
Mhm.
obedient and you're going to find so much joy in your obedience to Him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Cool. Well, thanks so much, Gigi. I know that people are going to be encouraged by your story. I'm encouraged by your story. It's so cool to see the continuing transformation and just glad you joined us today.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me and letting me share.
Yeah,
I'm so
absolutely.
thankful.
Yeah, same to you. All right. Have a great rest of your day. And thanks you guys for watching. If you you have any other questions about Gigi's story, I'm sure she would be happy to share, but she's done amazing. And I think that's all for today. Bye, guys.
Bye.